deep in the heart of Texas.
We're in the business of winning.
Don't bet against me.
I don't bet anyway.
Lose your life.
Do you have any thoughts on the ALCS?
We try to just not talk about it all week, to be honest.
Okay.
The
It was a good series. It was a good series. Either way, like it was fucking up and down all over the place. I've been saying
this whole time that. Hey, where did Ian go? I didn't see that he jumped off.
Oh, I don't know. He just said he had to go do something.
Oh, that's weird. I think Texas, man, they've got it's kind of weird. Like Ian was saying, you don't really want to see yourself playing the Diamondbacks, but as a fan, you're kind of like, well, it seems like you get the easy win. And the Diamondbacks are they just going to come back down to earth or just keep this run going? I think Texas, if you're just looking at it, Texas is better in all facets.
Please, mother of the baseball gods, I want a World Series so bad.
Right? Like
so bad.
That's how
the missing feather in Dallas's cap.
Really, dude, I want to get. I'm like Thanos. I want to get all the stones first.
Hey,
and good.
Oh no! If you're gonna keep talking baseball, go. I just got a new topic after.
Oh, okay. No, I was just curious if any ALCS thoughts or what the Astros. You guys losing anybody or? Oh yeah, Dusty Baker retired officially, right?
Dusty Baker, Uncle Mike is gone. Michael Brantley.
We didn't have them all year.
But everybody else, literally the entire team and all the injured players come back. Maybe one reliever, and we're probably going to get rid of Maldonado because Dusty was kind of the guy that was. He really believed in the veteran, like kind of leadership of Maldonado and his game calling and stuff, and it was kind of a contention point between him and management because Maldonado was so bad at hitting. So for sure, Maldonado's gone.
Yeah.
But
was it him in management or him in the fans?
Management. I've been reading a bunch of articles today that for sure Maldonado's gone.
Oh, the fans probably agree with management that Maldonado sucks
because he was so bad at hitting. Yeah.
But with Dusty, it's like, all right, we have the pitching, the hitting, which just get a guy that can. He's a good signal caller, and he's a very good defensive catcher that's not going to have pass balls. He's going to be able to control the run game. And it was just always, Diaz, everybody's like, Diaz. But Diaz, if you really watch him, he's going to strike out a whole bunch. But he's going to swing at everything. He's a better hitter. It's just when he plays, you can tell he's young at calling signs or calling the game right for the pitchers. And also his defense is not elite. He has an elite arm. He's just not as good as blocking the balls, keeping everything in front of him. But he's young, so I think next year we're going to move forward. Definitely go Diaz, the younger guys. It's, the ALCS, though, we knew that was going to happen. Before the series, I said it would be better if we were the away team and we got the 3 games at home because we're not going to win at home. And I know I was telling you the whole time, I was like, Nick, do you think we try to win games at home? But that whole time, it was thinking, okay, if we sweep these games, we're still going to go back home, and we were just garbage at home.
I don't get it.
Was the thing.
It's the weirdest thing
ever.
What they are saying is it's the batter's eye in center field, right?
Okay, but all these hitters have played in Houston, right? So
and the Rangers were hitting there, right? So the Rangers were still seeing the same batter's eye, like basically the center field. They're saying that you could lose the ball in like the backdrop of the stands and stuff, or all the signs.
Which is ridiculous. We were like the best offensive team for kind of in recent 3, 4, 5 years, and we put all those guys have they're Houston guys, Altuve, Bregman, and they had the same batter's eye. I think it was in their head. They're just looking for stuff, right?
Yeah, it could have been an anomaly this year.
It's crazy because the Rangers
like
too, right?
Year,
makes no
sense. Rangers too. Yeah, it was. We were going to be the first team to make it to a World Series with a losing home record, which wasn't going to go well for us if we played in the World Series. Eventually, it was going to catch up to us. I think the Rangers, which, it sucks for us, but they're going to bring, it seems like, everybody back next year.
I think so, and I'm hoping DeGrom can stay healthy, and Scherzer looks okay. If Scherzer's our second or third, that's not bad.
I think Montgomery came over. He was the same.
Beast.
He's been doing good.
Montgomery in the
playoffs. He looks like
and the lefty's nice.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
He's a lefty.
Oh yeah, and I think Scherzer's fine. Like his, regular season numbers were fine. I think we all said it. Like if he wants to come back, it's going to go well for us and not well for the Rangers. And we could hit him, but then they just put Montgomery in, stop the bleeding. And I think but he got those 2 games to play, right? So he's probably going to be better against the Diamondbacks. And I don't know.
Yeah, he basically rehabbed in the ALCS, which is
exactly
kind of funny.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're just talking about the Rangers Diamondbacks, I don't want to even talk about the Rangers Astros. I think the Rangers, you think, would just probably win this game in 5. Like no one's really going to bet on a sweep. They somehow, somebody always pulls out a game. It seems like. Yeah,
their pitching's been. I mean, Arizona's pitching has been way above what probably people thought. So, Strom. Yeah. I think Rangers got to get this win with Eovaldi too in Game 1. I think it's huge for the psyche.
I think so too. But also, it's kind of like Adolis Garcia. It's what he is, right? Like he's going to strike out 2 times, but when he hits a home run, he's going to make sure everybody remembers it, and he's going to walk almost backwards to first base.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was hoping that would come back and bite him when he thought it was a home run and hit the wall. But then he just stole second, which was really annoying. But
yeah, and he did that once too. But
Rangers, right?
whoever was in the outfield played it pretty good, so he probably wouldn't have got a double anyways. But he did that in another game where he watched it in left field, thinking it was going to be a home run, and it hit the wall. And people were like, "Could he got a double?" And it's like, probably not, but still.
But it's also like, man, you're really pimping your home run, Adolis. Like,
he backed up everything.
One of these days he's going to get a 5 ball caught on him. He's going to look dumb.
If he had done any of that, it wasn't backing it up, or maybe it was a 1-game thing, then okay. But this dude just made sure he backed it up and backed it up and backed. Like he backed it up so much in the next couple games.
What are you going to say?
Yeah, it was because obviously we all like for instance when Correa did it, right, with the what time is it, we all like it when our own teammate does it. The main thing that the Astros fans weren't they were mad at was the getting mad because he thought that we pegged him on purpose, which was like, 1, why would we do that, and 2, if you thought it, why didn't you punch the catcher or the pitcher? Like, don't make it to this big thing, because at one point he squares up with Maldonado and he just freezes.
Yeah, so what was it he thought Maldonado called for him to be hit?
He thought that he called to peg him for sure.
That goes back to the regular season, really.
Yeah.
I don't think that
this is a whole thing.
I don't think that was a real thing. I'm all for celebrating. Like the home run things, like that was like maybe in like 2010 you might still get away with, you shouldn't be doing this. But these days, all these players, we've seen like tons of bat flips. Who punched who? What didn't the Rangers? Oh wait, was it on the other side?
No, was it Odor?
Odor
punched
Batista.
Blue Jays guy, right?
Batista.
The Blue Jays guy, yeah. Bautista, yeah, awesome. That's right. Like I think those days are gone. Like people are clearly doing the home run things now. It's a different generation.
Yeah,
that's fine. Like I like it, and he backed it up, which really sucks because I would have loved to hate him and then him like crush, like suck.
Yeah,
but
dude, the rule's always been if you can do it, then you get to talk. I don't know how else to put it.
If he actually could have done whatever he wanted with the way from that point on, what he did, he could have actually done like pretty much anything and gotten away with it because he just went on to hit like 3 more home runs or something ridiculous.
Yeah,
dude. Also, what's kind of funny, the next time Abreu stepped on the mound, he pegged. I don't know who it was. It was no point, but it was like, it just shows like clearly he's not trying to hit these batters. It's just getting away from him on the big stage, throwing 98 miles an hour.
But, yeah, I don't think it was intentional, but guys are in the moment and they get heated.
It was definitely a good, like, could it have gone a different way? Like 7 games, it had to go 7 games, right? Like fucking all the shit that went down this season, and then it turned into a 7-game series, which is awesome. I do want the Rangers to win. I clearly think they're gonna win.
Yeah, Vegas does too.
Yeah.
Oh man, what's the odds on that? Like
-170. They're a favorite. 160 -160 -170. I think that's like a 65-35 kind of percentage.
Jesus Christ.
60-40 maybe, something like that.
You really look at the Diamondbacks, and just not studying them, it's like, yeah, they have Carroll, right? Who was he a rookie? And then that's
Carroll. See, I don't even know who that is.
Corbin Carroll. Yeah.
And that's really the only guy. I mean, I know you know who Marte is, but Evan Longoria, who's 37, 38 years old at this point, but he's nowhere near what he used to be. This is really the Rangers series to lose. They just got to keep, but they've shown you definitely know they can hit.
Yeah, the pitchers just need to, like, I think as long as our pitchers handle situations adequately, you don't even have to necessarily, like, never give up a home run, but keep the home runs down to single shots. Like, make sure you pitch around the right guys. Call in the bullpen. I felt like we did a good job of like making our bullpen as much as we could last series. I feel like we literally went and used as much of it as we could when we could. I think if we do that, we'll be fine. But man, watching our bullpen I'm losing like years of my life over here watching these guys.
That's what I was going to say. If you're the average fan, you see Chapman, you're almost like, oh my God, how can anyone hit him? But if you really watch him, you really know if the other team just stands there and takes 4 pitches, they're probably going to walk 4 or 5 pitches. Chapman isn't nailing the zone, but you don't have confidence that he's going to hit the zone. But Leclerc, different story. He's lights out. But even though we got to him a couple of times, he's confident. And, even though it looks like he's like 5'7", but he looks. That's crazy, but they can bring the gas out of the bullpen.
But I don't think you want those two. I was going to say that Chapman, as your second best guy, is not ideal because usually when he gets hit hard. That's the only advantage probably to Diamondbacks and probably every opponent the Rangers have played, right? Is that little like stretch of if the Rangers can get from their starter to like maybe like Leclerc, right? Like if the bullpen has to get involved, that's where teams have a chance because the Rangers offense is so good. The Rangers offense is going to get them runs and maybe teams catch up with the bullpen. Because I know as a fan watching, anytime we can get the starter out, like Evaldi or Montgomery or whatever, then it was like, okay, now we get to their bullpen. And that's the only like weakness that they have right now, which I'm sure they're going to address like next year, right? To like keep this thing going.
I would hope so. Yeah.
But I don't think that the Diamondbacks can win a World Series off of like bullpen
manufacturing,
right? Because the starters are solid.
1 or 2 runs a game isn't going to win it for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Vegas knows that too. I think clearly it's the Rangers. I would be very, very shocked. It would almost be like the Diamondbacks when they beat the Yankees right after 9/11 or whatever.
I think somebody already said, or a lot of people are saying that if the Diamondbacks win, it'd be like the greatest run maybe ever in the World Series.
Yeah, like kind of like the biggest upset for sure.
Yeah.
Are they a wild card team?
How mad would the Dodgers
I'm not sure.
Because I think like the other biggest upset would have to have been those Diamondbacks teams that beat the Yankees in like what was it, the 2001 or whatever?
2001, right? With Luis Gonzalez, Michael Finley.
But even then, that Diamondbacks team though had Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling.
Diamondbacks were a 6 seed.
Yeah.
So yeah,
exactly.
they were a wild card.
Right?
Dang, 2 wild card teams in the World Series.
Baseball's doing it right then. This is baseball. Like people were complaining about the top seeds getting knocked out, but you got 2 wild cards in the World Series. So, I mean,
and really the Dodgers hate it because they spent $300 million and they got beat by the Diamondbacks, who probably spent like 50, 70 or something. But
Rangers spent like $1 billion and they made it. So shout out like
no, that's wrong.
Them,
I always say that too, and our payroll is 11th and theirs is 10th.
Yeah, we're like right next to each other.
You think in your head that they
they did guarantee a lot in 1 year is what they did. They went and got a whole bunch in one single year.
Oh, with Simeon and Seager, those signings last year. But, I mean,
and
it worked out for them.
Pitchers, right?
I mean, in a league with no salary cap, though, you got to have pockets, right? Like, it's just the way it is. You got to probably have to be top 15 in payroll easy, probably most of the time.
Yeah, you really have to have a good team mixed with young, superstars mixed with young talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really keep paying people like
they do have young guys down the batting order that are just all over like 6 foot. Like everyone on that team is just big.
Yeah, they are pretty big. I do remember thinking that too. Baseball players are deceptively big. People think they're small, but if you ever been, like in a locker room, like all those guys are like 6'4", 6'6", like you're looking at like, God, that dude's like, that guy is huge. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like if
look
Seegers are small.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead,
look at Garcia, right? He is massive, and when Alvarez is pushing him out of that thing, Alvarez looks huge, which is insane to think that somebody is making Garcia look small.
Yeah, for sure.
If Seeger's your smallest guy, and he walks up to us, and we're like looking up to him, right? And he's probably a little wider than us because he's so big. Seeger is just like a tall, skinny dude, right? I guess Simeon would probably be the smallest. At
Seeger apparently is 6'4", 215.
Yeah, dude. That's a big guy, but on TV, he doesn't look that big.
Yeah.
He doesn't look that big because he's tall and skinny, but that dude can, he's rocking fucking home runs like that home run he hit like in the first inning or whatever was just a no-doubter. He crushed that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all over the internet. This is how you want to hit a home run, like hands. It's just like rubbing it in like, oh, I don't want to see this, but it's Seeger's perfect home run with the way he keeps his hands and everything. Dude's a beast. He probably would
have
won
professional hitter on the Rangers for sure.
Yeah,
he's like
contact.
Like the quintessential like hitter you want kind of thing.
What was the other?
I think it's gonna be good for him to get out of this series and reset his like mindset. He was struggling.